The Apache RTR 160 not only goes through a complete transformation but leaves subtly behind and goes all out to shake the 160cc segment. Just as the styling, engine tech also trickles down from the RTR 200. The newly developed 160cc engine provides 16.8 bhp to become the most powerful motorcycle in the segment. The new engine uses a 4-valve head compared to the 2-valve one on the previous model, and that helps it with efficient combustion as well as better breathability. We were surprised at how refined the new engine feels compared to the older one. It gets off the line quickly and the engine revs freely well past 10,000 RPM. The RTR 160 4V goes through its slick 5-speed gearbox smoothly, and the tall gearing translates to lesser shifts in traffic. The Showa suspension impresses with sportiness, yet offers supple damping to soak up undulations without disturbing the chassis. Braking, however, was a little lacking, with the front brake devoid of feel on the lever. The TVS Apache RTR 164V looks the sportiest of the current crop of 160s and also packs top-notch performance and features. At its price point, it hits the competition hard with enough combination of variants to cater to different users. The 125cc scooter segment is buzzing with activity, and Suzuki joined the bandwagon with the new Bergman Street 125.
The headlamp which you see here is an all LED panel. It has the AHO function, so that means it always remains on. And the most important thing is that it gives a bright beam during the night. The second thing is this windshield. Suzuki is promoting this bike as a touring scooter, and this should help avoid the wind buffeting, which is the normal case on the highways. Now moving on, the other unique feature about this bike is this handlebar. Now this handlebar doesn't have the usual meters laid onto them. It's actually a unique light functional handlebar. It only has the switch gear, which works well and has a precise feel to it, but overall it looks very, very different. Last but not the least, the instrument panel is an all-digital affair, and it has been placed on the front fairing, so it doesn't move with the handlebar. It's a pretty loaded one, but to be really honest, I hope that in the next iteration of this scooter, Suzuki adds some more features to this.
The Bergman Street is powered by a 125 4-stroke single, which churns out 8.7 bhp and 10.2 Nm of torque. The engine is smooth and offers enough power to make the scooter touch a top speed of 90 km/h. The ride quality too is sublime and adding to its clever riding position, which makes the long rides even better. Last but not the least, the price tag of 68,000 rupees ex-showroom Delhi, the Bergman offers plenty.
Over the years, the commuter motorcycle has bifurcated into 3 distinct categories. Now the first being the 100 to 110cc set of motorcycles, the second are the 125cc motorcycles, and the third are the premium commuters. These are stylish 150 to 160cc motorcycles. Now this segment is so important that Honda thinks they should have 3 motorcycles competing in this category. Now the first one is the CB Unicorn, second is the CB Hornet, and this is the third one, the X-Blade.
Leaner styling, sharp and edgy, the X-Blade brings forth an aggressive stance. Looks aside, it is the performance that's the highlight of the motorcycle. It feels sprightly off the line, accelerating smoothly through its rev range. The 5-speed gearbox is just as smooth, and its shifts and coupled with a light clutch, it makes the X-Blade effortless to ride. The suppleness of the suspension helped the X-Blade glide over the rough stuff without bottoming out as long as the speeds are lower. High-speed stability, on the other hand, is another plus for the X-Blade. The X-Blade brings enough to the plate to stand its own with its sibling as a sorted product that delivers on various fronts. It costs less than the Hornet and marginally more than the Unicorn, and is perfect pick for the young audience that it is trying to woo. The all-new Honda Amaze has changed quite dramatically. The sedan now sits on a completely reworked platform, and as a result, the sedan has new dimensions to show off. The new Amaze now longer and wider than the outgoing version. The exterior design has changed dramatically as well. The new Amaze gets new headlamps and chrome-laden grille. The rear section also looks sportier than before. Inside, the dash has a new design and there are numerous storage bins and cubby holes. Then there is the center console, which houses the modern touchscreen infotainment system, while the instrument panel is new too and looks classy. Honda is offering the Amaze with a choice of petrol and diesel engines. Both motors can be had either with a manual transmission or a CVT. The petrol CVT in question gets paddle shifters, while the diesel does not. In case of a midlife facelift, cars generally are limited to cosmetic upgrades only. However, there is more to the new Ciaz than just a new grille, projector headlamps, the new LED tail lamps, and a fancy set of alloys. The interiors get wood trim, and instrument panel gets a digital display which offers a plethora of information. The Ciaz remains as spacious as before. That is an excellent trait. The smart hybrid system on the Ciaz Sports and the additional lithium-ion battery which assists the engine. Although it does not have the capability of powering the car, but in turn it benefits by making the new Ciaz greener and more efficient. The 1.5-litre motor can be had with a choice of two gearboxes. The first is a 5-speed manual, and then one can also have the 4-speed automatic.
With this facelift, not only has Mercedes reworked the interiors and the exteriors, but added a new diesel engine and a new petrol engine as well. So the S-Class now will be available with the S350D. We are driving the S450, the petrol version of the new S-Class, and I have to say it's as good as before. There's very little to do when something is already really good. But Mercedes has made changes. The engine itself has got more power. It's got a lower 450 nomenclature, but is as powerful. It's a V6 with a dual scroll turbocharger. And the interiors are much nicer. There's a new steering wheel with these touch pads, the tiny touch pads here, which operate all the things on the infotainment system and the instrument cluster. The huge display remains the same, but it's got a nicer inside veneer. And there's a brand new key now, which is white. That's a big change.
Externally, the XV resembles its bigger brother, the X5, rather closely. It gets a new enlarged kidney grille, a bolder headlamp panels, the front bumper is new and comes with the redesigned fog lamp recesses.
It's not always that you want to drive economically. You want to go faster, you want to be more comfortable. You don't want to think about efficiency all the time. So BMW has given another button for that mode. As you can see, it says comfort. So when I press the comfort button, everything on the instrument panel changes. The dials have changed from blue to a very nice soothing display. Now this is when you are driving, you're on the highway, you're cruising down the road, and as you can see, I'm doing about 80 kilometers an hour, barely using any power and torque, and I just want to get to my destination. So it's very nice to be coasting around in comfort mode.
Once in sports mode, there is a noticeable difference in acceleration and the revs hold on much. Another factor that stands out is the ride quality and handling. There is a little body roll to complain about, and the SUV sticks to its lines when cornered hard. This also means the new X3 sticks to its roots of being fun to drive.
Volvo is a company on a roll. It launched the XC90 to worldwide acclaim and fame. It is one of the best large SUVs in the world. It followed up with the smaller XC60, and now following closely on the heels of the XC60 is this beautiful car, the XC40, the smallest SUV from Volvo till date. The cabin of the XC40 is as special as the bigger Volvo SUVs. In fact, there are lots of things that have been taken from the XC90 and the XC60, the 9-inch touchscreen, for example. And as you can see, it's got all the features that you would expect in a premium upper-end car, and especially a Volvo.
The 2080 Hyundai Creta sports a new look and packs new features that surely helps it get up to date with the latest fads. Aesthetics have played a key role in this makeover. Visibly, the front end changes are the most prominent. The grille is now larger and is in a cascading effect, as Hyundai puts it. It's bold and decidedly makes the Creta stand out from its former design. Climb aboard and the interior sees interesting new additions. Sunroof are back in fashion and the Creta sports one. There is leatherette on the door pads matching the seats, and most importantly, the addition of wireless charging and electrically adjustable driver's seat, upping the convenient quotient as well. The 1.6-litre engine is the same as before, and that is a good thing because it has minimal lag starting off the line, and from then on, it's a spiritly engine that continues to build power well over 4,000 RPM. Dynamically, the Creta continues to offer a comfortable ride with plush suspension and controlled body roll. As a facelift, Hyundai does justice to the new Creta by offering a brand new look with features that give it a vibe of premiumness. The price starts at 9.43 lakh rupees to 15 lakh rupees ex-showroom.
Stay tuned, and we'll return after these short commercial messages with the hottest launch of the season, the new Hyundai Santro.